All right. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by assuming Hawashai. I want to give double honor to the apostles of GMS, and I also want to say salutations to the elect. I'm Zahab, GMS, Mississippi Camp, Spirit Wind, Judah. All right. And I just wanted to go into a quick discussion, man, because it says in with his Jeremiah 51, around 19 or the 20th verse, the portion of Jacob is not like them. All right. And it also says in Exodus 11 and 7 that he have set a difference between us and the Egyptians, which the Egyptians would be the modern day Africans. All right. He doth set a difference between so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the so-called Africans. All right. Because one of the biggest deceptions on the planet Earth right now is that we are Africans. But a few things outside of the scriptures that connects back to the scriptures that I wanted to challenge that with is the achievements. All right. And I'm quite sure this had been mentioned before, but I just wanted to do a quick video on it. The achievements of Israel, man. If we are Africans, all right, and the so-called Hamites are the same people as us, basically they refer to us as being the degenerate versions of them. Why aren't they achieving anything over there in Africa? Where are their LeBrons? Where are their Stephon Currys? Where are their Floyd Mayweathers? The Benjamites killing everybody in track. That's the Western Hemisphere. That's not Africa, man. All right, that's the so-called West Indians, man, which are the Israelites. All right, if they're the authentic, so-called organic, so-called original versions of us, and we're the GMO versions of them, why aren't they producing superior athletes, superior entertainers, superior performers? Because we're not the same people. It would only make sense. It would only make sense. If I'm a so-called black person and you're a so-called black person, but we have the same mother, right? But we're basically like twins. But we end up losing our mother, and I get adopted, you get adopted, all right? But my parents basically live in the projects, all right? I get sent to a foster home. I get fed a poor diet. I'm malnourished. I'm eating everything from a can. And we have the same genes because we're like twins. We're like identical twins. But you get sent to some well-to-do parents. You grow up eating on the alkaline diet. Who's gonna be the better athlete, man? All right. Who's gonna produce a superior outcome, man? 80% of who you are is a diet. It's environment. All right. Your environment cultivates who you are. Going back to the original point, if we're Africans and they're the original authentic Africans, why aren't the so-called Africans producing a superior outcome than us? And they're not. Only thing those so-called Africans have, which you're going to find out that a lot of the Africans, so-called Africans on the Western Hemisphere of Africa are actually Israelites. In the Western coast, like Nigeria, Sierra Leone, things of that nature. All right. What happens is they have a balanced family, and they'll come here with strict parents, and they'll produce higher. They'll have a higher achievement academically because of how they're pushed to perform academically by their parents, man. A lot of times, a lot of so-called immigrants can't stay in America, or they can't leave their country unless they produce a certain level academically, man. But generally speaking, where are their superior performers, man? You know why there aren't any superior performers? Because those are fucking Hamites, man. Those are Hamites, all right? And we're Israelites, man. All right? Quit disclaiming your heritage, man. You got a lot of guys falling off going into this conscious movement, man. Why would you want to be an inferior person? I would rather be an Israelite, man. Why would you want to be a so-called African, man? And if how do you know you're an Egyptian? How do you know if there was y'all building the pyramids? You mean to tell me out of the whole continent of Africa, you know that you're a so-called Egyptian? You know that you was one of the people building the pyramids, man? And you polite, man. If you're so all about Egypt in in Africa, why aren't you trying to cause a movement like Marcus Garvey to go back to Africa, man? Nah, you a merchant, man. You a hustler, man. And word around the block is you have bad business ethics, man. You're basically a thief. All right. And you try to entice men with big words, man. That's a gimmick in itself. Man, that dude got a big vocabulary. He's smart, man. But his content is false. His doctrine is false, man. All right, a lot of you guys, a lot of guys have got seduced into that so-called conscious stuff, man. But the result is you still in America. Now, if you're still in America, and according to the scriptures, America's gonna get destroyed, then what does that say? I know I've gone straight from the original point, but now I'm just going off the spirit, man. Everything you do, you gotta think about the outcome. Okay, he uses big words. Okay, he has a lot of money. Okay, he hasn't left America. So what's gonna happen? He's gonna get destroyed in America. Your doctrine can sound persuasive. But you gotta think about the bigger picture. America still is gonna get destroyed, man. It's still gonna get destroyed, man. All right. That's just the point, man. I think about a lot of these seducing spirits out here, and I think about the bigger picture. What about the mark of the beast? What about martial law, man? What does your doctrine say about that? Because it's already here, basically. What does your doctrine say about World War III? You might have a persuasive tongue, man. You might entice the simple. But what about the outcome, man? What about the bigger picture, man? That's how you know these are seducing spirits. All right, because at the end of the day, this place is still going to get bombed, man. It's going to be the big desert, man, at the end of the day. But with that, I hope brothers are edified. To the next lesson, Shalom.